his kindness, but also his vision, and bringing together this wonderful audience today. Jack has decided to devote his life to encouraging and inspiring a new generation to take their seats at the table. It is not often that someone reaches out and says to young people, it's your turn. But this man of energy and insight, has decided to make it his mission to bring you into the room. And so, Jack, thank you for that. And next time, President Barack Obama is here, and you know, he came to Trinidad during his first 100 days. He still has, by my watch, 1,360 days remaining in his first term in office. Jack, he will come back and he will fill every stadium in Trinidad one day. To the members of Parliament, to the other elected leaders in government, to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, to the visitors from the other Caribbean nations, I bring you greetings from the United States of America, and of course the great people of my hometown of New Orleans, Louisiana. Some of you don't know that we in Louisiana, we celebrate the Mardi Gras as well. You call it Carnival, we call it Mardi Gras, but it's still the same. It is an opportunity to affirm our beauty and to celebrate our lives with others. And I can't wait to come back to celebrate your Carnival season. Maybe Jason will take me out. I'm only 49 years young. I guarantee you I can keep up with him on the dance floor and teach him some moves that many women know that we can swing our hips. As he moves his lips. But I'm here today to give you just a simple message. It is a message of hope and a message of change. Because it was a message that many of us believe would carry us to victory in 2008. It was a message that many of our young people, often young people who were never paid attention to, they decided to speak up. And when they became the voices of change, I might have a Stevie Wonder moment, so I better back up a little bit. When they became the voices of change, America truly changed for the best. And so, in their honor, and the sacrifice of so many young people from all walks of life, not just young people who had the means to get to their destination, but young people who didn't have anything but a kindness in their heart. They wanted America to change. They were tired of the status quo. And they began to reach out to young people all across America. And they heard Barack Obama when he said, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That message is now a melody. It is a song. And the lyrics, my friends, can be written anywhere. And the rhythm can be found everywhere. Because that message didn't start with Obama and it won't end with Obama. It started so many seasons ago when there were another group of young people, many who felt that they had to change, shackles to their legs for too long, who wanted to produce change. And they got up and they began to stir the pots. They decided to get in the way. And they were led by someone who came out wearing my lapel, a young man from my native South. His name was Martin Luther King. And in Martin Luther King's life, he decided to take his country to the mountaintop. He wanted his country not to judge anyone by the color of their skin, but rather the content of their character. Dr. King was willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice so that I can stand here. He was willing to go into places where no one would go because they said, you don't go there. Leave them alone. They are satisfied. And yet Dr. King went and he brought the people to the promised land. And he saw it. But he didn't live long enough to witness this moment. Dr. King was murdered 41 years ago. Had he lived, he would have turned 80 this year. And he would have seen America turning. He would have seen young people moving America forward. So in honor of Martin Luther King, of Malcolm X, of Medgar Evers, of Fannie Lou Hamer, of Rosa Parks, of John Lewis, Viola Louisa, Janie Goodman Shrill, the Fuller Girls bombed in Birmingham, so many more. We created a movement that would take America even further than that mountaintop. My friends, it's your turn. Don't tell me, don't tell Jack, don't tell anyone here that you cannot succeed. Don't tell me that I started out right here on CNN or ABC or NPR. Don't tell the first black person in United States history who ran a presidential campaign that I had to start somewhere else. I started in poverty. My mother was a maid. My father, who's still alive, 78 years old, was a janitor. And every night they would call us into their room and all of our births, Cheryl, Sheila, Donna, David, Chet, Lisa, Dimitri, Kevin, Ziola, come in this room. We grew up on the other side of the train tracks. There were two sets of train tracks. The black people had to live on one side, but the poor had to live on yet another side. And we grew up on the other side of the other side. We were so poor, we grew up right by the levees. And yet my parents told us each and every night, they said, you have to get a good education. You have to believe in God. You have to stick with one another. You have to do what's right. And if you do that, you can become anyone and do anything you wanted to do. And yet when my parents would go off to sleep, we would giggle behind their backs. We said, my mother cleaned houses all day. My daddy cleaned floors all day. How can we become anything? And yet somehow we knew every floor that my mother mopped, every desk that my father swept, it meant that we could get an education and we could pave the way to our own future.